While nearly every automaker in the world was racing toward electric vehicles, something unusual was happening quietly in the background. Auto shows were dominated by talk of batteries, charging speeds, and software updates. Headlines declared that internal combustion was finished. Diesel, in particular, was pronounced dead. But while the spotlight was fixed on EVs, Tata Motors was doing something very different. No flashy reveals, no bold promises, no social media hype. Instead, Tata was working in silence on a project that most people believed no longer made sense, a brand new diesel engine. Not a facelift, not a mild update, a complete rethink. And now that engine is doing something nobody expected. It's forcing the global auto industry to stop, reconsider, and quietly ask a dangerous question. What if diesel isn't finished after all? And more importantly, what if electric vehicles aren't the only future? But to understand why this moment matters, you first need to understand who Tata really is. Because this isn't just about an engine. It's about a company that plays the long game, sees markets others ignore, and builds vehicles for realities most automakers never face. Tata Motors is often described as an Indian car company, but that description barely scratches the surface. Tata isn't confined to one country, one segment, or one philosophy. It operates across more than 125 countries and touches nearly every corner of the automotive world. Passenger cars, trucks, buses, heavy equipment, luxury vehicles, and mass-market workhorses all fall under the Tata umbrella. And then there's Jaguar Land Rover, two iconic British luxury brands that many people still mentally associate with Europe. But today, they operate under Tata's ownership. That alone signals something important. Tata doesn't just assemble affordable cars. It controls advanced engineering, emissions technology, and global manufacturing systems that rival the biggest Western automakers. In India, Tata dominates the commercial vehicle space. Trucks, buses, and utility vehicles operate day and night under extreme conditions. In many developing regions, Tata vehicles are more than just transportation. They're infrastructure. They move goods, power industries, and connect entire economies. This matters because companies that build for perfect roads and stable power grids think differently from companies that build for dust, heat, poor fuel quality, and unreliable electricity. Tata designs for the second world, not the first. And that perspective shapes every strategic decision it makes. While many Western companies went all in on EVs, Tata never did. Instead, it kept every door open. Electric vehicles, petrol engines, diesel platforms, CNG, and hybrids. No single bet, no blind faith in one solution. That approach worried competitors long before this new engine ever existed, because EV adoption depends heavily on speed. Governments offer incentives. Companies invest billions into battery plants and charging networks. The entire system relies on consumers moving quickly, without hesitation. The moment people pause to compare options, the momentum slows. And Tata has always been the company that makes people pause. That's why when rumors began circulating that Tata was developing a next-generation diesel engine, many dismissed it as noise. Diesel was already written off. Emission regulations were tightening. EVs were inevitable. Why would anyone invest serious resources into diesel now? The answer is simple. Tata doesn't build vehicles for headlines. It builds them for reality. And reality looks very different depending on where you live. When most people hear the word diesel, the same images appear. Loud engines, thick smoke, heavy machinery, old technology, something from the past that doesn't belong in a clean future. Tata's new engine was designed specifically to break that mental image. This isn't an attempt to polish old diesel tech. It's an attempt to redesign how diesel works in the modern world. The combustion process itself has been rethought. Instead of burning fuel aggressively and inefficiently, the engine controls combustion with precision. The same diesel fuel, but a completely different approach to how energy is extracted from it. More work from every drop, less waste, cleaner output. This intelligent combustion doesn't just improve efficiency, it changes how the engine behaves under real-world conditions. Whether the vehicle is crawling through city traffic, cruising on highways, or hauling heavy loads uphill, the engine adapts. Sensors, airflow control, and smarter management systems allow it to adjust continuously. It's no longer brute force, it's calculated efficiency. And that's where things start to get uncomfortable for EV-only narratives. Because when people choose vehicles, they don't start with ideology. They start with cost. How much will I spend every day? How often will it break? How easy is it to fix? Will it still work 5 or 10 years from now? This is where Tata's diesel engine quietly changes the conversation. Fuel efficiency has been tuned not just for test cycles, but for daily use. Long commutes, commercial driving, endless stop-and-go traffic. The same amount of diesel now covers noticeably more distance. For people who drive every day, those savings add up quickly. Then there's power. EVs are famous for instant acceleration, but most drivers aren't racing from traffic lights. Real power matters when overtaking on highways, climbing steep roads, or carrying heavy loads. Tata's engine delivers power consistently, not suddenly. It doesn't feel strained under pressure. It doesn't fade with distance. This kind of reliability matters far more to fleet operators, taxi drivers, transporters, and families who depend on one vehicle for everything. And then comes maintenance. EVs are often described as low-maintenance vehicles, and in many cases, that's true. Until it isn't. Battery degradation doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in quietly. Range drops slowly. Performance changes subtly. And by the time the problem becomes obvious, the solution is expensive. Battery replacement costs remain one of the biggest unspoken fears among EV owners. In many markets, replacing a battery can cost a significant portion of the vehicle's original price. That creates uncertainty, especially for buyers who plan to keep their cars long-term. Tata's diesel engine offers something EVs currently struggle to provide everywhere: predictability, established service networks, familiar repair processes, parts availability, and confidence that a problem can be solved quickly, even in remote areas. But the biggest challenge diesel faces has always been emissions. For years, diesel engines failed to keep up with tightening regulations. Many believed the problem was diesel itself. Tata approached the issue differently. What if the problem wasn't diesel, but outdated engineering? This new engine was designed from the ground up with future regulations in mind, not as a temporary workaround, but as long-term compliance. Cleaner combustion, smarter controls, reduced smoke, lower emissions without sacrificing durability. And that's where the narrative starts to shift. If diesel can be clean, efficient, and affordable, then the argument that EVs are the only future becomes weaker. Not wrong, just incomplete. But EVs still hold a powerful image: zero tailpipe emissions, silent operation, advanced technology, and in many cases, they are the perfect solution. Just not everywhere. There's a side of EV ownership that rarely makes it into advertisements. Charging anxiety is real. Even in cities, chargers aren't always available or functional. On highways, uncertainty grows. Long trips require planning, patience, and flexibility. Then there's time. Refueling takes minutes. Charging takes longer, even with fast chargers, and time matters. During emergencies, during long journeys, during daily routines, battery degradation adds another layer of concern. Just like smartphones, EV batteries lose capacity over time. The decline is gradual, making it harder to notice until it becomes a limitation. And once replacement enters the conversation, costs rise quickly. Resale value remains uncertain. Used EV buyers worry about battery health. How much life is left? What will the replacement cost be in a few years? These unanswered questions affect long-term value. None of this makes EVs bad. It simply makes them situational. And that's where Tata's strategy becomes dangerous for competitors. Because this engine wasn't designed only for India. It was designed for the global markets that most automakers struggle to serve. Africa relies heavily on diesel for mining, agriculture, and transport. Vehicles operate in extreme heat, dust, and rough terrain. The charging infrastructure is limited. Electricity isn't always reliable. In these conditions, diesel isn't a preference. It's a necessity. South America presents another challenge. Vast distances, long journeys, limited fast charging networks outside major cities. Diesel's consistency makes it a practical choice, especially when reliability matters more than novelty. Southeast Asia combines traffic congestion, humidity, mixed road quality, and cost sensitivity. Buyers want vehicles that last, are affordable, and can be serviced by local mechanics. Tata's diesel engine fits that reality perfectly. This is why the global market is paying attention. If Tata's engine succeeds in these regions, EV adoption won't stop, but it will slow. And slowing adoption is something EV-focused companies can't afford because their business models depend on rapid transition. Massive investments require fast returns. Battery plants, charging networks, and supply chains are built with urgency in mind. The moment consumers hesitate, the system feels pressure, and Tata's engine introduces hesitation. It brings back choice. For years, consumers have been told there's only one path forward: electric or nothing. But when a credible alternative appears, backed by a global company with proven reach, people stop and think, and that pause is the real threat. Tata isn't trying to defeat EVs. It's doing something far more disruptive. It's refusing to accept a single future for the entire world. Instead, it's building a portfolio of solutions: EVs where infrastructure supports them, hybrids where a transition is needed, advanced diesel where reality demands it. This all-weather strategy is why Tata inspires trust in emerging markets. It doesn't sell dreams, it sells solutions. And that's what makes the EV industry uneasy. Because when consumers have reliable alternatives, fear no longer drives decisions. Convenience, cost, and practicality take over. And EVs will have to prove themselves on merit alone. The future of mobility won't be one-dimensional. It will be layered, regional, practical. And Tata understands that better than most. This new diesel engine isn't just a product, it's a statement. A reminder that progress doesn't always mean abandoning the past. Sometimes it means rebuilding it smarter. If you want to stay ahead of the changes reshaping the auto industry, pay attention to the companies working quietly, not loudly. Because the biggest disruptions rarely arrive with applause. They arrive with results. And this story is just getting started.